Hey guys, welcome back to Diesel Plays Arc. Thank you all so much for tuning in to me. And today we are going to place the Equus up against each other, guys. That's right. You know what? I was actually trying to speak like a cowboy for this episode, but Diesel definitely needs more practice in that area, guys. I'm gonna stick being Diesel today. So there are two different type of Equus, or is it Equus or Equus? I'm not too sure, but I know what we're just gonna call them Equus because it sounds cool. So there is one which is the very unique one, the one and only unicorn that spawns in the entire map, and there is the other normal looking Equus. We're gonna just place them up against each other to see if the unicorn one is better than the normal one in any way. And we're just gonna spice it up a little, guys. We are going to throw in one more dino into this equation, which is that's right, the Gallimimus. Because initially when, this Equus came up, there was a huge build-up on its stamina and also speed. So I want to put it up against the fastest dino in the game, which is the Gallimimus, and we're gonna see how does the horse fare against the dino. So without further ado, guys, let's get to the test. Right guys, so just a quick spill on the Equus and the Unicorn, the two new dinos in the game. There's a whole bunch of other videos on YouTube which are going on explaining how to actually go about taming these two bad boys and stuff like that, but you know what, in Diesel Plays Arc we always take it up one notch. Alright, so I'm just gonna give you guys a quick spill on the uniqueness of these dinos, and then we are going to go ahead with the comparison test. So first up, the Equus and the Unicorns are exactly the same dino, guys. In terms of speed, in terms of stats, in terms of damage, in terms of DPS, so on and so forth. But at the same time, they are different. You may ask how. And this is how, guys. Take a look at this. Alright, this Equus is actually a female and this Unicorn down here is actually a male. Both of them do not get mate boosts from each other. It has to be an Equus or a Unicorn. That's the first up. And secondly, they have a very unique saddle. So if we go down here, I'm gonna just take a look at the saddle, and within the saddle you can actually make the new the new weapon, which is a lasso, and then it's actually a mobile mortar and pestle. And I'm kind of disappointed with this because the Unicorn and the Equus team up with the carrots, which is the rock roots. However, at the same time, they are a mobile mortar and pestle, which usually you'll need a mobile mortar and pestle, if you ask me, in my opinion, during the early game. So they don't look like an early game dino, but however, the saddle gives you an impression that they are an early game dino. Right, so that is one thing about them. And the thing about these dinos, as I mentioned, is that their preferred food is actually rock root. And guess what, guys? The preferred kibble is Trudon kibble. It's crazy, right? That's right, it's Trudon kibble. You gotta get perfect tamed Equus and Unicorns using Trudons. So, how about what they eat after they tame? That is the most common questions that a lot of people ask. So we have Unicorn down here with the full stat on food. I'm just gonna put in one of this mod down here to bring down his food to 0. We're gonna use one more. So his food is down to 0, and when he is actually hungry, the good thing about him is that this dino actually takes up major berries. So you don't have to have a continual supply of rock roots to keep this dino. It will actually go on with major berries. So that's a good part. We're gonna just bring the Unicorn right over here. We have everything frozen up, so that's the reason why you see those two dinos stuck up there and this Gallimimus isn't moving. So the other thing about this dino is that I'm going to show you guys something. We're just going to display the bars right here, and this Gallimimus has full health, and the yellow bar is actually the torpor bar. And the uniqueness about the Equus and the Unicorn is the heal rear attack. So as you guys can see, the rear a heal attack actually gives you torpor increment. So it's 0% right now. If we actually continue hitting them, you'll actually increase the torpor of the other dino. However, you need to take note of something, guys. Alright, it depletes stamina, and after that you can actually continue to hit the dino using the heal. However, take a look at the top right hand side. Your torpor or the dino's torpor actually increases once the stamina depletes, and this is what is gonna happen. The unicorn or the Equus is gonna get unconscious, guys. So I hope that this is a quick spill on the unicorn and the Equus actually assisted you guys big time, and without further ado, guys, let's get to the proper test on the unicorn versus the Equus versus the Gallimimus. So first up, it's the movement speed. And since the unicorn and the Equus are the same, I'm just gonna leave the results as such, but I'm just gonna address them as one, which is the Equus. The Equus is 2 times slower than the Gallimimus, although its movement speed at the baseline is 120% as compared to that of the Gallimimus at 100%. So let's bring it up one notch up. How about their trot time? You know, the walking time. The Gallimimus was 2.2 times faster even when it came to walking. So the Gallimimus is 2 times faster than the Equus on land. What if we place them in the water? For this test, the Equus and the Gallimimus had the same movement speed at 120% and also the same oxygen at 150%. The time taken of the Gallimimus was definitely faster than the Equus, although not 2 times faster, guys. So next up, let's check out the damage. The Unicorn, Equus and Gallimimus all had 225.8% melee damage for this test. The Unicorn and the Equus both had a primary and a secondary attack. As for the Gallimimus, it only had a single attack. For this test, I had to do some calculations after getting raw data from the test up against a training dummy and also up against a different dinosaur. So who won? The Unicorn or the Equus, guys? The attack speed, damage and DPS of the Unicorn and the Equus definitely surpassed that of the Gallimimus. Were you guys shocked to see this kind of numbers coming up from the training dummy? Watch till the end of the video, I'll talk about it more. The other thing that was highly spoken about the Equus before its release was its stamina. It was said that the horse can really run. So how does the Equus fare against the Gallimimus? So the Gallimimus had the same amount of stamina depletion compared to the Equus. One important thing to take note of, if both of them had the same amount of stamina and same amount of speed, the Gallimimus is definitely gonna travel twice that of the distance. So for the Equus and the Gallimimus, their movement speed does not increase with mate boost. However, in terms of damage, there is a significant difference. When it came to mate boosted melee damage, the Equus definitely did better. Its secondary attack had a boost at plus 14.4 as compared to the Gallimimus only attack, which had a boost of plus 8.4. That's for DPS. For pure damage output, even the Equus's primary attack did better than the Gallimimus attack. And when it came to reduction of damage taken for mate boost, both of them had the same amount of damage reduced at 33%. The Gallimimus lip was 2.5 times more than that of the Equus. Which one of these two dinos farm berries better? I believe most of you guys are already asking the question right now. The Equus or the Gallimimus? The truth is, the Equus and the Gallimimus farm the same amount of berries. However, the Equus' secondary attack, it's not able to gather any berries, and the Equus cannot farm wood and thatch. But once in a while, it can actually get a little buggy and you can actually obtain a few wood or thatch. Alright guys, it's time to reveal something. The Equus' secondary attack has the highest damage against thatch. And that honor used to belong to I'm gonna give you guys 3 seconds to think about it. 2, 1. It belonged to the Patchy, guys. Now, the Equus' secondary attack has overtaken the Patchy. So, can the Equus' secondary attack hit anything else other than Patch? No, guys. It doesn't work against wood, stone, or even adobe. So, am I gonna go for the Gallimimus or am I gonna go for the Equus? This is a tough one. If I am going to go for pure speed from point A to point B, then I'm definitely gonna go for the Gallimimus, especially with the nerf flyers. The Gallimimus is gonna be one important dino right now. However, if I need something that can carry a little bit more weight as compared to the Gallimimus, and he is also not really slow, I'm gonna go for the horse. And moreover, the horse seems to be like, a better companion. Look at him. He wants to be with you. So if you guys like the video, remember to smash the subscribe button and also leave a like and a comment behind. Tell me what you guys actually think about this new Equus down here, and I would love to hear your comments, guys. Till next time, take care and goodbye. Love you all.